Hey everybody, this is D Hunter bringing another action figure review. Today we're going to be looking at the Jazwares Fortnite Legendary Series 6-inch scale Ghoul Trooper. Now I pre-ordered this figure back in February from Amazon.com. It was unavailable, but I thought it would have shipped well sooner than 8 months later. Here we are, late October, finally got mine. This is a cool figure to get around Halloween time, as it's number 1 a zombie, and number 2 comes with a jack-o'-lantern pumpkin launcher. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging here. As you can see at the top, Epic Games, Fortnite, ages 8+, Legendary Series, which means it's the 6-inch scale figures, not the smaller 4-inch scale figures. 40 points of articulation, Ghoul Trooper, 8 pieces. Now in the package, she comes with 3 different facial expressions, a tactical shotgun, a pumpkin launcher, an infantry rifle. Then she has the Ultra Sith harvesting tool, and she has the bare-brained back bling. One side, here she is posed up. Same thing on the other side. The bottom, there is a barcode, in case that helps anybody, as well as a bunch of credits. And then on the back, here she is from the game, and some other figures you can get. P1000, the Brat, Drift, Fish Stick, and Doggo. I don't have the Brat. Looking forward to getting one of him. So with no further ado, let's open her up. Alright, now that we got this figure out of the package, here she is with all of her accessories laid out. She does come with an infantry rifle, a tactical shotgun, a pumpkin launcher, rocket launcher, and she also has the bare-brained back bling, as well as the Ultra Sith harvesting tool. But before we look at those accessories, let's talk about and check out the actual figure. So this is the Ghoul Trooper. She's sort of a zombie. I believe she was released in the item shop around Halloween of 2017. I don't think she's been made available since then, so she's kind of an old school skin. Now this is a great figure to get around Halloween time. I got mine 2 days before Halloween, and she's very appropriate for that. So let's check her out. She's more or less a zombie. You can see her face here. Her lip is normal on her right, and on the left, the lip is sort of removed, exposing her teeth. Looks pretty cool. She's got additional damage on her face. Her hair has got some highlights, as well as some sunglasses on top. Kind of an odd choice for a zombie. Then she's got all kind of damage down both of her arms. It does look very soft, but they definitely wanted to keep this skin and figure kid-friendly. Going further down, not too much else to report. She's got some Fortnite boots here. It looks like double jointed knees, double jointed elbows. She's got a butterfly joint in her shoulder. Very pleased to add another female figure to the Jazwares line. And here she is, broken down as far as she can go, with all of her removable parts detached. Now let's check out her accessories, and let's start off with her different faces. So she's got 3 different facial expressions. The first one is a pretty standard expression, the second one looks mad or angry, and the third one is smiling. Here she is with her regular expression on. I really do like what they did with the lips. It looks grotesque, but still kind of cartoony. And here she is with her angry expression. You can see in her eyes and her mouth, she just looks mad. And here she is smiling with her happy facial expression. Now let's check out her back bling. This is called the bare-brained back bling, and I think for obvious reasons. It's more or less the Cuddle Team leader's teddy bear head, a black version, but it's got her brains, green brains leaking out. It looks really cool. I wish this would fit on the McFarlane Cuddle Team leader. I don't think I've ever actually seen a Cuddle Team leader wearing this back bling in the game. That would be pretty cool. Here she is wearing her back bling. You can't quite tell from the front, but if you spin her around, then she's got the Cuddle Team leader's head with the brains oozing out on the back. And here's her back bling next to a couple of Cuddle Team leader figures. And here's her back bling next to all the other Jazwares back blings they've made for their Legendary collection, and they are interchangeable between each of the Jazwares figures. And here are all the back blings by both Jazwares and McFarlane toys. Here are several different Jazwares figures wearing each other's back blings, showing you they are interchangeable between the entire Jazwares line. Here's both a Jazwares and a McFarlane Fortnite figure. If you took the Jazwares figure and tried to put the McFarlane back bling onto it, it would fit, but the peg is so thin it just falls right back out. And in turn, if you were to take the McFarlane figure and try to put the Jazwares back bling in there, the peg is just too big and won't go in. So unfortunately, even though they attach the same way through a peg into the peg hole on their back, they are not interchangeable between both lines. Now let's check out our harvesting tool, or more commonly referred to as a pickaxe in the game. It's the Ultra Scythe. You can see it's got the pink blade at the top and the black handle going down. Here she is, holding her pickaxe, and as she hears the sound coming through the wall behind her, tries to turn around, chop her way through, and she found out what the noise was behind her. Not only did she expose a chest, but she gained a little bit of brick along the way. And in this chest, it looks like she got some grenades, a med kit, and an infantry rifle. And here are all the different pickaxes that Jazwares has made for their legendary Fortnite collection, and they are interchangeable between the Jazwares figures. And here are both all the Jazwares and McFarlane pickaxes, and I'm happy to say they are interchangeable between both lines. Here are several different Jazwares figures holding each other's pickaxes, showing you they are interchangeable between the Jazwares figures. And here are a couple of Jazwares figures holding McFarlane pickaxes, and a couple of McFarlane figures holding the Jazwares pickaxes, showing you they are interchangeable between both lines. Now let's check out her guns. She comes with a pumpkin launcher, an infantry rifle, and a tactical shotgun. And the first question that I had was, can the pumpkin come out of the pumpkin launcher? And I'm sorry to say it does not. I didn't need any spring-loading shooting mechanism, but I would have really liked to have been able to remove this thing. Here she is, holding the pumpkin launcher, and I must say, the rocket launcher is one of my favorite guns in the game, and whenever they introduce the pumpkin launcher, pretty much every year around Halloween time, it's just an absolute blast to use. Here's her pumpkin launcher next to all the other rocket launcher type items that they've made. On this side, these are all from Jazwares. We've got the pumpkin launcher, the guided missile launcher, and the regular rocket launcher. And these two are from McFarlane, the quad rocket launcher and the regular rocket launcher. Now let's look at our tactical shotgun. This shotgun is currently vaulted for the first time in a long time, and boy do I miss it. That was my shotgun of choice. Here she is holding the tactical shotgun. And here are all the shotguns both companies have made. This first column is all Jazwares. We've got the tactical, the combat, the double barrel, the heavy, the pump, and then the drum. And then these are for McFarlane. We've got the tactical, we've got the legendary pump called a spaz, the heavy, and the double barrel. Then we have the infantry rifle. This was one of my least favorite ARs in the game. Mostly a wooden frame. It's got a strap for the shoulder. I was never fond of this, always perceived it as a very weak gun. Here she is, holding the infantry rifle. McFarlane did not make one, and I don't think it needs to be compared with other assault rifles. Here are all the different weapons that Jazwares has released in their Fortnite collection. And here are all the different guns released by both Jazwares and McFarlane, not including the guns that both companies have released. Here are several different Jazwares figures holding each other's guns, showing you they are interchangeable between each Jazwares figure. And here are a couple of Jazwares figures holding McFarlane guns, and a couple of McFarlane figures holding Jazwares guns, showing you they are interchangeable between both lines. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at her accessories, now let's check out some other accessories you can use to enhance your Fortnite figures. Here's Ghoul Trooper driving a McFarlane quad crasher. And here she is, riding on the back of the quad crasher. Here she is, getting pushed around in a McFarlane Fortnite shopping cart. And here she is, pushing around another figure. Now let's see how she fits in with the McFarlane glider and launchpad combo set. Here she is, next to it fully assembled. Here she is, getting ready to launch up and glide away. And here she is, gliding down with the glider and launchpad combo set. Here she is, riding on a NECA Back to the Future hoverboard. I do miss hoverboards in the Fortnite game. Here she is, next to a Fortnite treasure chest. This chest is also made by Jazwares Toys, but it's intended for these smaller 4-inch figures. You may think to yourself, how could that chest possibly be for the smaller figures as it's too large next to the 6-inch figures? Well, it wasn't exactly supposed to be a size-accurate chest. It was an accessory pack. You'd open it up and get some building material and weapons. But since chests are such a huge part of the game, I was happy to have one to at least fudge in with my collection. And here she is, next to a campfire. This came with a NECA Friday the 13th Jason figure and works great with the Fortnite collection as well. And here she is with a bunch of different Fortnite accessories. They came with some other Jazwares releases. Then here she is getting ready to tag the wall behind her. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at both the figure, her accessories, and some other accessories you can use to enhance this figure, now let's check out her height. From bottom to top, she's sitting at about 6.1 inches tall, which is going to translate to about 15.5 centimeters. Now let's look at her articulation. Starting with her head here, of course it can rotate from side to side, can look up and down about that far, almost not up at all, but down a little bit. Can't really tilt her head from side to side much. Shoulders on a ball joint, they can go out about 90 degrees, up, down, around, all that good stuff. There is a butterfly joint and it's hidden very nicely, giving her some forward and back motion with her shoulders. She's got a bicep cut below that. Double jointed elbows below that. Her wrists, it can rotate, and it's going to be hinged as well. She also has finger articulation to grip her weapons. Got a ball joint on her torso, can rotate around, go forward and back, nice mount, traditional waist swivel below that. Legs can go out about that far, they're on a ball joint. And go forward only a little bit. I was very disappointed with that. It made it really hard for her to sit in the quad crusher. And back, not at all. Got a thigh cut, double jointed knees, a boot cut, and then her feet go up, down, can't rotate, can't tilt or rock, and there's toe articulation. But you do have the boot cut for rotation as needed. And now, let's check her out compared to with some other action figures, starting off with some other Fortnite figures. Here she is, next to the only other female figure in the Jazwares Fortnite Legendary line. It's about time Valkyrie got a girlfriend. Here she is, next to the previous assortment of Jazwares Fortnite figures. We've got P1000 and Doggo. Then, next to the previous figures before that, we've got Fishstick, Eternal Voyager, Ghoul Trooper, Drift, and X-Lord. And here she is with the entire Jazwares Fortnite Legendary Collection. I believe the next upcoming figures are going to be Brat, and then Slushy and Frost Raven. And here she is, next to the entire McFarlane Fortnite collection. Here are all the Fortnite figures that I bought multiples of. You may ask yourself, why so many? Well, I got all the different wild cards to use as a Royal Flush Gang in my DC action figure world. I got 4 of each Ghoul Trooper to use as Scarecrow henchmen in my Batman world. I got 2 Crack Shots to use as Toyman henchmen, and 4 Rabbit Raiders and 4 Night Hares to use as Mad Hatter thugs. And here she is in a huge battle royale with all of my Fortnite figures. As you can see, they're all shooting at each other, launching explosives, driving, sniping, even up here healing. They're gliding, getting loot. All these guys trying to get the most kills, and more importantly, trying to see who can get the win. And here she is, next to some other zombie figures I have in my collection. And now, let's check her out, compared with some action figures from different various companies, to see how she fits in both scale and style-wise, in case you want to know which lines you can mix her with. Here she is, next to some SH Figure Arts action figures. Then, next to some Hasbro Marvel Legends. And here she is, next to some Mafex figures. Then, next to some Mattel, DC Universe Classics, and Multiverse figures. And here she is, next to some Mezco 1/12 cloth soft goods action figures. Then, next to some Mattel wrestling figures. And here, with some NECA figures. Then, with some DC Direct and DC Collectibles figures. And here, next to some McFarlane toys. And finally, here she is, next to some DST or Diamond Select toys. So overall, she's a pretty cool figure. I don't personally have the Ghoul Trooper skin, although I wouldn't mind having it in the game. Very pleased to finally get another female in the Jazwares line. It's about time. So this figure sculpt is pretty much everything you'd expect. Nothing super special. The articulation is on point, except I really don't like how they restricted her legs from going forward very much at all. Her butterfly joints are very well hidden, and I like that. Her accessories, the back bling is awesome. I love the way it looks. And her guns, it's like they were made for me. The tac shotgun and the rocket launcher are my two favorite guns in the game. And the pumpkin launcher is an even cooler version of the rocket launcher. So overall, if I were to rate this figure, I'd give her a 7.5 out of 10. Very cool figure to get around Halloween time. I got mine a couple days before Halloween and would have loved to have gotten the review up by then, but didn't quite make it. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add it to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.